Do you have a hard time accomplishing things, or do you feel like your goals are so far away? Well, I have the quality for you. When you learn how to focus, those goals don't seem so far anymore, and you'll be able to accomplish things in a shorter amount of time. I wanted to start out by talking about, what is focus? So, according to dictionary.com, focusing is to direct one's attentions or efforts. When I think of focusing, these two quotes really come to mind. As Bruce Lee once said, the successful warrior is the average man with laser like focus. And George Lucas once stated, always remember your focus determines your reality. So, why is focusing important? There are 30 things I'd like to talk about. The first one is it helps you accomplish your goals. When you're focused in on something, it allows you to be more accurate and precise when doing something. The second thing I want to talk about is the room for growth. When you are focused on something, it allows you to really work on bettering yourself towards that goal. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is the fact that it alleviates stress. When you're focused on something, it eliminates temptations of the outside world and anything between you and that goal. When you have laser like focus on something, you're so focused that things that would usually distract you don't anymore. So, focusing isn't something that I was naturally good at. I really had to teach myself how to focus. So, how I taught myself to focus was by doing these things: journaling. When I felt stressed or when I felt tempted by things that were separating me from my goal, I would write about it. I would write about how I felt. I would write my goals down. I would write how I'm going to get to my goals. Something I do every day is I make a to do list, and there's nothing more satisfying to me than being able to check things off my to do list. I check them off, I highlight them, and I personally look forward to that. Something I do every year is I make a vision board of what I want to accomplish in that year. I know a lot of people do them monthly, weekly, and you don't have to be super creative when you make a vision board. It could literally be a checklist. I personally like to use pictures and make a Pinterest board. But doing that, when I get distracted, I can just go reference this board and remind myself why I'm doing the things I'm doing. And the last thing I do to really help focus is planning. I'm a huge planner. I find myself planning every little detail of my life, but by planning, it helps me to stay focused. I hope that by doing the things that I talked about in the previous slide, you will be able to improve your focus as well. As Venus Williams once said, I don't focus on what I'm up against, I focus on my goals and I try to ignore the rest. By focusing in, it really does alleviate all the outside distractions, and it really does make your goals seem so much closer. And nothing feels better than feeling like you're accomplishing your goals, so stay focused.